Alright, in this video, we've got only two trucks to unbox, but they are very, very cool trucks. So, the first one is probably going to get me into a little bit of trouble. This is a very, very, very old Johnny Lightning that I found on eBay. So if we look really closely here, I think our trademark Playing Mantis 1999. I'm not sure if this is from 1999, but I don't see anything that would say otherwise on here. So that means this is 23 years old. This has been in the box for 23 years. But I absolutely have to take it out of the box because I used to have a 1999 Tahoe. So let's do this. Let's crack it open. Oof. I gotta be honest, that felt kind of dirty. Just sitting here thinking about the fact that that has been in the box for 23 years. And I just sliced it open. But, yeah, like I said, I used to have I had a 1999 Chevy Tahoe. I had different headlights on mine. Mine were the dual beam. I don't actually have an example of that. But, there was two different style front ends for the 90s model Chevrolet pickup trucks, depending on the trim level that you got. This being a lower trim level. But I absolutely had to have this thing. I saw it on eBay, and yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite vehicles. I have a Suburban. I have a 2500 Suburban with a 7.4 liter V8 or a 454 in cubic inches. So this is the smaller version, the Tahoe built off the 1500 platform. So this is a 5.7 liter 350 cubic inch V8, the Vortec V8 series, 4L60E, 4-speed automatic. My Suburban is a 4L80E. The 4L60E is probably one of the worst transmissions ever made, whereas the 4L80E is probably one of the best transmissions ever made. So, yeah, I definitely like my Suburban a little bit more, but I love my Tahoe. I did. That was a great truck. Or SUV. Some people get offended when you call SUVs trucks. So this has a tailgate and back window setup, whereas mine had barn doors that split down the middle. Personally, I prefer the barn doors. It's a bit of a cooler look. But yeah, really great looking casting. This is from the late 90s, so this was when Johnny Lightning was owned by a different company, I think Playing Mantis it said, as opposed to I think Round 2 who owns them now. So the quality of these castings, in my opinion at least, is a little bit better. You get tires that are round, you know, there's not paint splotches in random spots and things like that. Of course, as always, a lot of great detail on there. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's a paint splotch on the door there. Let's see if I can... Oh, nope. That was not paint. That was something else. Something from 1999. You got your 1500 badge on the door there. Depending on the model, again, some of them might have been depending on the year, but some of them said Tahoe, some of them said 1500. Coming around to the front again. Yeah, like I said before, let me see if... yeah, no, I don't have any other trucks that are from this generation. But, yeah, mine had the dual headlights. Turn signal and headlights were both plastic. These would be glass sealed beam units. We've got, of course, mirrors on here. That looks really nice. Closely at the tires, those are actually BF Goodrich What is that? Long Trails. Wow, I don't even think they make the Long Trails anymore. That speaks for the age of this thing. But still very cool. We'll take a quick look at the card here. This is part of the classic gold collection, the original, or well, not the original, but a 90s, what they looked like in the 90s. Replicas of history's greatest classics. I consider the Tahoe to be a classic. It says new release. Yeah, it was. Look, authentic Krager mag rims, bonus photo card. So we got our photo card here. That's pretty cool. Might find somewhere neat to stick that. Whatever. Yeah, authentic real wheels series rubber tires, die-cast metal body and chassis. Then on the back here, see if we can focus on this whole thing. If you want to go ahead and click the pause button there and take a look at the back of this card. I know this is pretty interesting, being from the late 90s. I'll probably give this a read a little later on. So one more look at our Tahoe before we knock it off the lift here. Jeez. Yeah, really cool truck. I loved my Tahoe. I really did. That's probably one of my most favorite vehicles that I ever owned. Put a lot of work and blood, sweat, and tears into that truck to keep it on the road for as long as I did. But yeah, mine was like a dark forest green, almost like the front of Dale's car here, but a little bit more greeny, if you will. So we'll get this parked up and take a look at our next casting, which is this 1992 GMC Typhoon. So this one, not as bad that we're opening this one up. This is from 2020, release number 1, version A. So there's the other vehicles in that series. We got an 87 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. That's pretty cool. I'd like to find a Monte Carlo from the 80s. And a 72 Chevy Vega Panel Express. This is another collector tin series, so add that to our collection of collector tins. But yeah, so let's get this opened up and onto the lift. So here is our 1992 GMC Typhoon. This is built off the GMC Jimmy platform, the SUV version of our friend the S10. Well, actually, I should show you a GMC version, the Sonoma. So this is the pickup truck, and then the SUV, the non-turbo SUV would be called the Jimmy, and then you have the turbocharged all-wheel drive Typhoon. And the pickup truck version, you could get the turbocharged all-wheel drive option on a pickup truck that was called the Cyclone. Really some of the meanest trucks available in the early 90s. These things were fast, and I mean very fast. Oop, almost knocked the camera over there. If we take a look under the hood there, we can see, almost see, our 4.3 liter V6 with a big old turbocharger on it. Nice GMC badge there in the grille. You can see the similarities, of course, between the, I think the Sonoma is a 91. So, yeah, the Typhoon has a bit of a body kit, a little bit different front bumper. It's got side skirts, make it look a little sportier. Different wheels exclusive to the Typhoons and Cyclones. Personally, I always liked to see the Cyclone, the pickup truck. I think those looked really good in black, and I think the Typhoons looked really good in white. But that's just me personally. I couldn't find a white Typhoon So still a really cool looking color. Coming around to the back, got our Typhoon badge, and yeah, GMC truck badge there. This being a 92, if you'll notice, no third brake light. I don't think SUVs didn't have to have a third brake light, I think, until 95 or 96, but I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me. But yeah, just kind of give you a feel of how old this truck is. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Take a look at our card here. It says, with the driver, this turbocharged SUV weighs nearly 2 tons, but still launches from 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. So, 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds in the early 90s out of an SUV, that's pretty insane. There's our paint code. We've got lamp black. We did already kind of take a look at what was on the back of the card there. So, and we have our collector's tin, of course. So we'll get all that stuff tucked away into the drawer real quick. Yeah, the Typhoons were another truck that I just always thought was super cool. Ever since I was a little kid, always wanted one. Always thought they were the neatest things in the world. It was, again, with GM and other American manufacturers turbocharging anything was pretty popular in the 80s and 90s. Technology was just getting to the point where you could have a reliable daily driver with a turbocharger on it. So, pretty cool truck. So we'll get this guy tucked up into the cabinet here. Or not the cabinet, but the new parking garage. And we'll put the Sonoma in there too with them. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter video this time, but we'll pan across our 2 trucks that we looked at today. So there's our 97 Tahoe and our 92 GMC Typhoon. And then next to the Typhoon, of course, we have the 91 GMC Sonoma. So that's going to do it for this video. I do have another 6-pack of Johnny Lightnings on their way in the mail. It is a, what are they? A classic gold. I think it's release number 2 from a few years ago. Some pretty cool stuff in there. So that's on its way. That's probably going to be the next video. And then I think this weekend I'm going to try and pick around and try and get something together for a Mopar Monday for next week. But right now I actually, for the first time in a while, I don't have an entire sea of die-cast cars to get through. So, you know, videos might slow down for a little while. Well, as we, the frequency that I record videos, I should say. But, I think soon I'm going to go out and get another large amount of cars so I can have some content. But that should do it for this video. Make sure if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.